on to top 10 sacred sites. And even if you're not religious, there's something about the history and the import with which humans have treated their sacred sites that makes them among the most fascinating places to be in the world. While almost any mosque, temple, shul, or shrine will offer some sense of peace or awe or historical weightiness, there are the ones that you can't help but admire no matter how cynical a person you are. And these are the top 10 sacred sites that you should try and find a chance to visit at some point in your life, even if you are completely jaded about absolutely everything. And number 10 is Shibosai Temple. The Shibosai Temple is a 12-story, 18th century temple built on the northern bank of the Yangtze River in China. It's an architectural delight because it's made entirely out of wood, this 12-story building, and it's made out of wood without any nails. The site celebrates an ancient legend concerning a small hole in the temple wall where rice trickled out to feed the monks, and then the monks got greedy and they tried to open the hole to get more rice, and the rice dried up altogether. But you can get there by river cruise, which is actually the perfect way to do it. You sail along the Yangtze River, and then you arrive at this beautiful old wooden temple built onto the side of a hill. Right, at number 9, Yudono-san. Now, Yudono-san is one of the 3 mountains of Diva-san-san, and I'll get there explaining exactly what that means. The shrine is at the summit of this particular mountain, and it's considered to be a kind of inner sanctum and the holiest site of this particular religion. In fact, Yudono-san is so sacred that no one is allowed to talk or write about what happens inside the shrine. So I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to tell you what goes on inside there. But now Diwa-Sanzan is a center of Shugendo, which is a folk religion based on mountain worship. It blends basically Buddhist and Shinto traditions. Now, Shugendo practitioners called Yamabushi perform feats of endurance as a means of transcending the physical world, and their training includes such tasks as long pilgrimages or endurance in the elements. Evidence of Shugendo's most extreme test of physical endurance and religious devotion lies in the nearby Churenji and Dainchibo temples. Here, 2 monks succeeded in preserving their own bodies as mummies through extreme diet modification and meditation. That practice is now banned, but these self-mummified monks are considered living Buddhas for their achievement. Now, if you want to know what happens inside of Yudono-san, you're going to have to travel there yourself. It's quite a remote location. You can catch a bus to the base of the mountain, and then you hike up to the top of the mountain, where you go through the purification ritual to get inside, and then you'll have to step inside yourself to find out what happens thereafter. But it is worth going, mainly because it's in the mountainous region of Japan, and it's ridiculously beautiful there. 8. The Golden Temple. The Golden Temple is located in Amritsar in the state of Punjab in India. It's a golden leaf temple designed to the blend of Muslim and Hindu styles. It's hugely ornate and is considered a major holy site for the Sikh religion. Originally a small lake in the midst of a quiet forest, the site has been a meditation retreat for wandering mendicants and sages since people basically began recording anything, and before that. The Buddha himself is believed to have spent time at this place in contemplation. Now, the original structure that stands there now was originally built in 1500s, but has on numerous occasions been destroyed by Muslim invaders, and each time it was rebuilt grander and more beautifully by the determined Sikhs. From 1767 onwards, however, they've managed to repulse all invaders and keep it exactly as it is, which is what you will go and see there if you go today. It's beginning early in the morning and lasting until long past sunset. You can hear them sing hymns right from the beginning of the day, right to the end of the day, accompanied by flutes, drums, and stringed instruments. It's part of the charm of actually going. At number 7 is the Holy Sepulchre Church. This is one that people can't have been surprised to hear about. The Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem is identified as the place of both the crucifixion and the tomb of Jesus of Nazareth. It's been a pilgrimage center for Jews, for Muslims, for Christians throughout the eras. It was conquered and re-established by crusaders and then captured again by Muslims and developed as a mosque. And if you're just looking for history alone, forget sacred sites, just the history alone makes the Holy Sepulchre Church worth visiting. But obviously, it is a fairly sacred site as well. Number 6 is the Lotus Temple, located in New Delhi, India. It's the Baha'i house of worship, completed in 1986. It's designed to look like a lotus flower, and is made of white marble, so it kind of glistens in the sunlight, and it's surrounded by these really large, tranquil ponds, which are lit up in the evening and makes it look absolutely beautiful. Really a good spot if you're looking for something interesting. Number 5, Gaudi's Sacred Family Church, or La Sagrada Familia, as it is known in Barcelona, is a cathedral quite like no other. It was started to be developed in 1882, and it's still being built now. It's being built. Its original design couldn't have been built when it was designed by Gaudi. who is an artist famous in the region. They didn't have the technology to do the things that he wanted to do. Fortunately, however, our technology is now catching up, and they are in fact building this cathedral to his plans and specifications. They've done some weird and wonderful things with the pillars inside, and there's some facades and things on the outside that were, it's a totally unique experience. And as I say, you're still building it, you're still donating to go and see the thing. Your money goes 100% towards building this magnificent cathedral. So it's well worth a stop just on that basis as well, to be a part of history. Number 4 is one that you'd be able to instantly recognize if you saw a picture. It's the St. Basil's Cathedral. It's the legendary building in Moscow. It's that multicolored, multi-domed cathedral. It was originally ordered by Ivan the Terrible to mark the 1552 capture of the Kazan from Mongol forces. An urban legend says that Ivan had the builders blinded after it was completed, so they would never build a more beautiful structure. Originally, it was white with gold domes, and the cathedral had embellishments added to it over time. So now it's one of those instantly recognizable, bright red in patches, bright green in others. So you definitely know what it looks like. The interesting thing about it is it was nearly torn down by the communist government, who didn't believe in religion, and it was only saved by an architect who interceded and pleaded with the rulers to let it stand. They agreed with him, but sentenced him to jail for 5 years for his impertinence, which is awesome. At number 3 is the Sultan Ahmed Mosque in Istanbul. It's more commonly known as the Blue Mosque because of the color of its tiles. The mosque's, it's got wonderfully curvaceous exterior. It's got these 6 towering slim minarets, which at the time it was built were actually the most on any mosque. Its courtyard is the biggest of all the Ottoman mosques, and it absolutely dominates the Istanbul skyline. It's one of those things that you can instantly recognize and a must stop at point if you are in Istanbul. Otherwise, you can't say you've seen the Turkish capital. It's got an enormous prayer space. It's absolutely huge. 260 windows, each individually kind of handmade. It is a work of art. It's an individual work of art. Right, number 2 is the Great Mosque of Mecca, or Al-Masjid. I'm going to get this wrong. Al-Masjid Al-Haram. It's the largest mosque in the world and surrounds one of Islam's holiest places, the Kaaba. Muslims actually face the direction of the Kaaba while performing salat. One of the 5 pillars of Islam require every Muslim to perform a Hajj pilgrimage at least once in his or her lifetime, if able to do so, to this particular place. The current structure covers an area of 356,800 square meters, 88.2 acres, including the outdoor and indoor praying spaces, and can accommodate up to 2 million worshippers during the Hajj period. Which is obviously one of the largest annual gatherings of people anywhere in the world. According to the Islamic tradition, the very first construction of the Kaaba, the heart of the Al-Masjid Al-Haram, was undertaken by Abraham, the Abraham from the Bible and the Quran. The Quran said that this was the first house built for humanity to worship Allah. The only reason this isn't first on the list is that recent extensions to the site have forced the destruction of some truly historic buildings around the outside. Some of those buildings were more than 1,000 years old, and they've been replaced by some big, ugly hotels. Mainly, obviously, I think the need exists to cater for the Hajj every year. But at the moment, it is a bit of a construction site, so do give it some time. Apparently, that construction will be finished in 2020. And at number 1 for sacred sites, the St. Peter's Basilica. Many rate St. Peter's Basilica is the most beautiful building ever made. For centuries, this basilica has been at the center of the Catholic faith, and it's regarded as one of the holiest Christian sites of all. It's also one of the largest religious sites in the world. It's got a total capacity of about 60,000 people. By Catholic tradition, the basilica is the burial site of its namesake, St. Peter, one of the 12 apostles of Jesus, and according to the tradition, the first pope and bishop of Rome. There's been a church on that particular site since the time of the Roman Emperor Constantine the Great, but construction of the present basilica, replacing the old St. Peter's Basilica of the 4th century AD, began on 18th of April 1506 and was completed on the 18th of November 1626. The reason it's at number 1 is it's the burial site of many of Christianity's most impressive figures. It also houses a number of works of art by numerous Italian greats, including the famous Pieta by Michelangelo, that famous statue of the Virgin Mary holding Jesus in her lap as he kind of slumps over, which is why you have to go and see it. If you're interested in Western art or Western civilization at all, St. Peter's Basilica is a must-see. So the top 10 sacred sites then. At number 10, Shibozai Temple. Number 9, Yudono-san. Number 8, Golden Temple. Number 7, Holy Sepulchre Church. Number 6, the Lotus Temple. Number 5, La Sagrada Familia. Number 4, St. Basil's Cathedral. Number 3, the Blue Mosque in Istanbul. Number 2, the Great Mosque of Mecca. And at number 1, St. Peter's Basilica. That was travels. That was our number 10. That's been the show this week.